accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your beautiful chanting. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandot pranams to you and all the devotees here. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Sumi from Jersey City.
Hare Krishna, Sumi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for reciting chapter 15 so nicely. Thank you so much. All glories to all your wonderful services, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Sushmita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada, this is Preeti Vilasini Devidasi from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you so much, Sumi Mataji, for that beautiful, beautiful recitation of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Preeti Vilasini Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all your wonderful services, Mataji. Thank you so much for joining the call. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Is there anyone else in the call who would like to introduce themselves? Mataji, shall I start?
Yeah,
my
I'll
question?
start. Yes, sure.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Srikanth Krishna Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavatam, Madhya khanda, 16th chapter and text 35 to 50. Before handovering the call to Prabhuji, I would like to read today's quote of Srila Prabhupada. So today is 16th October. What is this comfort of the skyscraper building? I think it is a mechanical prison. Johannesburg, October 16, 1975. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Mataji, Prabhuji has joined, Mataji.
Not yet, dear. We'll just wait for a few minutes and he'll
Okay,
come.
Mataji. Dear devotees, if you like to introduce yourself, please go ahead. I would love to welcome you all. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Chant otherwise. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Shushmita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and all the assembled devotees on the call and Gauranga. This is Harita from Missouri City, Texas, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Harita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram, Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram Ram, Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Oh,
Hare
Srikanth
Krishna,
Prabhu is
Hare
here.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Prabhuji is here. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your valuable time and association. Now I will hand over the call to you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Pranamalu, Sabha, my obeisances to all the devotees. We will start with invocation prayer. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pachatya Desavarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaurava Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Happy to meet all of you again. Thank you for inviting me. When I was invited, I felt at least it is a good opportunity for me to study the Chaitanya Leela. Otherwise, being busy with several services and also my own distractions, I will be hardly reading the Chaitanya Leela. So I felt it will help me only. So for that purpose, I accepted. Well, today is from Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhya Leela, 16th chapter, 35th verse onwards. Krishna Mora Pranadana, Krishna Mora Dharma, Tomara Mohara Bhai, Bandhu Janma Janma. Krishna is my life and wealth. Krishna is my religious principles. All of you are my brothers and friends, birth after birth. Krishna Dasya Vahiyara, Nahi Anyagati, Gujaha Mohara Pache, Kaya Ramati. I have no other goal than the service of Krishna. Help me understand this so that my mind does not deviate. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking these verses. Vaye Sabha Vaitava Karena Sankochan Kena Prana Nahi Kado Karibe Katan. All the Vaishnavas felt hesitant out of fear. They had no courage to speak. यही मत यकना अपने आज्ञा करे ताकना से चरण स्पर्शेते सब व्यापारे. In this way, when the Lord personally gave permission, then everyone could touch his feet. निरंतर दास्य भावे वैष्णव देखिया Charanera Renulaya Samrame Vutiya. The Lord always remained in the mood of a servant. As soon as he would see a Vaishnava, he would respectfully stand up and take the dust from his feet. So here we can see Lord Chaitanya appeared in the uh, many people, they want to become God. So especially those who are impersonalists, those who aspire for the Brahmajyoti, Sayuja Mukti, they want to merge with God, they want to become one with God. But that position, more than that position, is becoming a servant of God. So a servant of God experiences more happiness than a person who want to become a God. So that's why even the Lord himself want to taste that. What is that a servant gets? What kind of happiness he gets? So to experience that particular uh, happiness, Lord Chaitanya appeared in the role of a devotee. So let me also taste that nectar. So he remained in the mood of a servant. As soon as he would see a Vaishnava, he would respectfully stand up and take the dust from his feet. Ihate Vaishnava Sabha Dukkapaya Mane Atayeva Sabare Karaya Alingane. As a result, all the Vaishnavas would feel distressed. So when Lord Chaitanya, as soon as they are coming to Lord Chaitanya, he is getting up and he is touching their feet. By seeing that all the Vaishnavas, they feel distressed. So then Lord Chaitanya felt, so it is not good to make them into distress. Then he started embracing them. Alingan, Guru Buddhi, Advaitera, Khare Nirantar, Yedeke Advaita Dukkha, Bhaya Bahutar. The Lord always respected Advaita as his spiritual master. This made Advaita most unhappy. So Advaita Acharya is the disciple of Madhavendra Puri, just as Ishwar Puri is the disciple. Similarly, Advaita Acharya is also disciple of Madhavendra Puri. So Lord Chaitanya considered he is like my guru's god brother. So my guru's god brother means is as good as my own spiritual master. So Lord Chaitanya always respected him on the level of Ishwar Puri, and he started respecting him. But Advaita Acharya is very unhappy. Why he is the Supreme Lord? Why he is giving me special respect? Ye charana mani chinte sehaila sakshate Advaitera icha taki sadai tahate. The lotus feet that Advaita constantly meditated on were now directly present, and Advaita's desire was to always remain absorbed in them. So in the future, we'll also see some of the slides where it is mentioned the Dasya Bhav. Advaita Acharya is always in the Das Abhimana, in the mood of servitude. So he is always tell Chaitanya era Das, Moye Chaitanya era Das. I am always Chaitanya's servant, Chaitanya's servant. But here, Lord Chaitanya is treating him like Guru. So that made him very unhappy. He want to serve them. That is his constant meditation. It is there in front of him, but Lord Chaitanya is Sakshatena Pare Prabhu Kariya Charaga Tatapiha Suri Kare Charana Paraga. He was unable to do so directly. However, for the Lord would become angry. Yet he sometimes stole the dust from the Lord's feet. So whenever they go into bhava, ecstasy, at that time he was stealing the dust from, because sometimes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he is in Kirtan and he faints. At that time, Advaita Acharya stole the dust. We can see this even Sachimata also. Sachimata, she did an aparad to Advaita Acharya, because Lord Chaitanya Lord Chaitanya's elder brother, Vishwarup, he was very much associated, very much attached to Advaita Acharya. So because he is not interested in any mundane things, when he grew up, he used to spend always his time in the Advaita Acharya's home. Every day he goes to Advaita Acharya home. Advaita Acharya has a home in the Santipur also, one in Mayapur also. He used to go there and he hear Harikatha. Only time he comes to the home is, his own home is for taking the prasad. And when he completes prasad also, whatever the time he spends, that time he spends in the Saligram room. So that is how Vishwarupa was leading his life. Sachimata sometimes tells Viswambar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at that time, Nimai, please go and bring your brother for lunch. So Nimai, who was playing without any clothes in the dust outside, so his body is covered with dust without any clothes, he goes directly into that assembly where they are discussing Bhagavatam. They are discussing Bhagavatam and they suddenly, everyone starts looking at this small boy naked and walking and coming inside that hall. They stop discussion. They stop discussion and they keep observing him. That is how he was enchanting because he is the Supreme Lord. And they were all thinking, what is it that is attracting us to him so much? Then he goes and he tells his brother, mother is calling you for prasad. Please come. So immediately Vishwarup tells, okay, I will take prasad and come back. He gets up. Then the Nimai catches hold of his dhoti and both of them walk out. Till he walks out, they don't continue the discussion. They keep looking at that small boy. And when he walks out, then they contemplate why we are getting so much attracted to this boy. And then they continue the discussion. So after some time, the Jagannath Mishra and the Sachimata, they started thinking our Vishwarup, he came to the age of marriage. Now it is the time to see a girl for him. When Vishwarup heard this, he became very unhappy. He felt that I should not enter into this entanglement and he left from there in the night and he went to Pandarpur. He took sannyas. Then Sachimata, she started feeling, my son has taken the sannyas because of the association of Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya every day giving him Vairagya, lessons in Vairagya. That's why he was able to, externally he looks very nice to me, but internally he taught all this and he made Vishwarup to take sannyas. He is actually Dvaita. He is two, uh, internally he is different and externally he is different. He is not Advaita. Like that, mentally he committed a aparadh. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu one time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, I will not give you mercy to Sachimata. Why? Because you committed aparadh to Advaita Acharya. Mentally she committed that. She did not tell anyone. But as a super soul, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knows what she felt. She felt negative about Advaita Acharya. She felt that he is actually Dvaita. He is internally different and externally is different. So then what is the solution? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, you need to take the dust of Advaita Acharya, then only I will give mercy at that time. But when Advaita Acharya heard this, he felt very distressed. How can I give my dust to the Sachimata? And in that distress, he fainted. When he fainted, Sachimata stole the dust. And in that way, she is relieved from that Vaishnava Aparadha. Vaishnava Aparadha is so dangerous. Even mentally, we think also, mental Aparadha also has that reaction. Here also, Advaita Acharya is stealing the dust from the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus feet whenever he goes into ecstasy. Bhava Veshe Prabhu ye Samaya Murchapaya Takana Advaita Charanera Pachayaya. Whenever the Lord fell unconscious in ecstasy, Advaita approached his feet. Dandavata Hayapade Charanera Tale Pakale Charana Doyi, Layane Rajale. He would then offer obeisances by falling flat at the Lord's feet and wash those feet with tears from his eyes. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is an ecstasy, not in this world. He don't have any external consciousness. During that time, Advaita Acharya all flat at the feet and wash those feet with his own tears. Kaka Nova Muchiya, Kuchiya Laya Sire, Kaka no Vasadanga, Vihita Puja Kare. Sometimes he would rub his head on the Lord's feet, and sometimes he worshipped the Lord with 6 ingredients. So during that time, he keeps the Lord's feet on his own head, or sometimes he worshipped the Lord's feet with the 6 ingredients. So here, 6 ingredients are given by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in 6th chapter. The 6 ingredients for worship in Archana Marga, the path of deity worship are water, asana, cloth, lamb, good grains, and betel nuts. So these are the 6 things. The 6 items for invoking auspiciousness are cow dung, cow urine, yogurt, milk, ghee, and go rochana. So the first 5 things at least the yogurt, milk, ghee, they are used in the Abhishek. Anyone knows go rochana matlab kya hai? Dust from the feet of house or what? Any idea what is go rochana? Okay. In case if you search and find out, you can interrupt and inform me. The 6 ingredients in Bhajana Marga are offering obeisances, offering prayers, offering the fruits of all activities, offering services, remembering the lotus feet of the Lord, and hearing the topics of the Lord. So basically, Vandanam also covered, Shravanam is covered, Smaranam is covered, Dasyam is covered, and remaining also are covered. ये हो कर्म अद्वैत करते पारे मात्र प्रभु करी याचे अरे Mahamah Patra. Such activities were possible only for Advaita because the Lord made him a great recipient of mercy. अतएव अद्वैत सबराग्रगण्य सकल वैष्णव बले Advaita से धन्य. Therefore, Advaita is the foremost of all the Vaishnavas proclaimed. Advaita is indeed glorious. Advaita Simhera Yai Ekanta Mahimai Rahasya Nahi Jane Yata Dushta Jana. Such are extraordinary glories of the lion like Advaita. The miscreants, however, do not know the confidential truth. So these are the verses for today's class. In the Caitanya Charitamrita, the 6th chapter describes the about the Advaita Acharya. So here is in the comment chat box, the Gorochana is mentioned. Gorochana is a rare and highly valued natural substance found in traditional Ayurvedic and spiritual practices. It is a yellow or golden colored secretion that comes from the bile or gallbladder of cows. In Ayurveda and other ancient Indian texts, Gorochana is considered to have significant medicinal and spiritual properties. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Akshar Desai Prabhu. I don't know how they collect this. Okay. In the 6th ingredient, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the 6th chapter Adilila is about Advaita Acharya. I thought I thought of reading to know more about Advaita Acharya. I read it and I will try to share whatever little I understood from there. The Chaitanya Charitamrut, the Mangalacharan, I think it starts with the beginning. He gives 14 slokas, and they are explained in the first 7 chapters. In the 6th chapter, 2 slokas are explained, which are given in the Adilila first chapter. Initially, 14 slokas are given. Those 14 slokas are explained in the subsequent chapters. In the 5th chapter about Nityananda Prabhu, 5 slokas are there. And about Advaita Acharya, 2 slokas are there. Those 2 slokas are elaborated in the 6th chapter. These are those 2 slokas. Mahavishnu Jagatkarta Mayaya Srujat Jada Tasyavatara Evayam Advaita Acharya Ishvara. Lord Advaita Acharya is the incarnation of Mahavishnu, whose main function is to create the cosmic world through the actions of Maya. Advaitam Harina Advaita Acharyam Bhakti Samshanat Bhaktavataram Tam Advaita Acharyam Ashraye. Because he is non-different from Hari, the Supreme Lord, he is called Advaita. Advaita means two. Advaita means Aved. There is no difference between Supreme Lord and Advaita. That's why he is identical with the Lord. So his name is Advaita. And because he propagates the cult of devotion, he is called Acharya. Why he is Acharya? Acharya means teacher. What he teaches the Bhakti. He teaches the Bhakti to the Lord. That's why he is Acharya. He is the Lord and the incarnation of the Lord's devotee. Bhaktavataram Ishantam. Therefore, I take shelter of him. Advaita Acharya Gosai, Sakshat Ishwar, Yahara Mahima Nahe, Jivera Gochar. Sri Advaita Acharya is indeed directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. His glory is beyond the conception of ordinary living beings. So, Advaita Acharya, Sakshat Ishwar, he is the Supreme Lord. Also, it is mentioned he is the incarnation of Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu Srushti Karena Jagadadi Karya Tahara Avatara Sakshat Advaita Acharya. Mahavishnu performs all the functions for the creation of the universes. Sri Advaita Acharya is his direct incarnation. So in the future verses also it comes, there are two things, Anga and Amsha. Anga means limb, Amsha means portion. So here in the future verses it is mentioned Advaita Acharya is not Amsha, but he is Anga. Anga means more intimate to the Mahavishnu. So that is how it is mentioned. He is an incarnation of Mahavishnu. He is an Anga of Mahavishnu. Ye Purusha Srushti Sthiti Karena Mayaya Ananta Brahmanda Srushti Karena Lilaya. That Purusha creates and maintains with his external energy. He creates innumerable universes in his pastimes. Here Purusha means Mahavishnu. Through his breath, it is mentioned, or some places it is mentioned through his skin pores, many universes appear. Or at least the Pradhana appears on which he glances. Then the Pradhana transform into Prakriti, then into Mahatattva, then transforms into false ego. From false ego, all the ingredients, remaining ingredients will come. Then who is that Vishnu who enters each and every universe? Can anyone answer?
Garbhodakshaya.
Yeah, very good. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is the one who enters in each and every universe. And then he fills it half with the water and he lies down there. And from his navel appears a lotus. On the lotus is seated the Lord Brahma. Ichaya Ananta Murti Karena Prakash Eka Eka Murti Karena Brahmande Pravesh. By his will, he manifests himself in unlimited forms in which he enters each and every universe. So, as a Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, this Mahavishnu only, his amshas enters in each and every universe. Se Purushera Amsha Advaita Nahi Kichube Sharira Visheshatara Nahika Viche. Sri Advaita Acharya is a plenary part of that Purusha. And so is non-different from him. Indeed, Sri Advaita Acharya is not separate, but is another form of that Purusha. So, is a Anga of Mahavishnu. At the same time, he is considered as not separate only, but is another form of that Purusha. Sahaya Karena Tara Laya Pradhan Koti Brahmanda Karena Ichaya Nirman. He, Advaita Acharya, helps in the pastimes of the Purusha. Purusha means Mahavishnu. With whose material energy and by whose will he creates innumerable universes. So, Advaita Acharya as Anga of Mahavishnu, he is directly involved in the creation of innumerable universes. Generally, Krishna is not directly involved in the maintenance of the or creation and maintenance of the universes. But Mahavishnu, the three Purusha avatars, Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Kshirodakshay Vishnu, they are directly involved in the in the material creation and maintenance. That's why Ekamshena Sthito Jagat, Bhagavad Gita 10.42. It is mentioned with just one of my Amsha, I maintains that universe, all these universes. That Amsha is actually referring to the Purusha avatars. So, is the Purusha avatars are connection between the spiritual world and the material world. That's why it is Advaita Acharya who invited Lord Chaitanya to come to the material world to appear by seeing the situation of the Mayapur, Navadvip at that time. People are so rich, but they are not interested in the bhakti. After conducting the marriages for their children, everything, still so much money is there. They are all very scholars in the various fields. Then they started conducting marriages to their cats. My cat will marry your female cat, like that. And big functions are arranged for that. So much money is spent. No one is interested in bhakti at that time. The connection between the material world and spiritual world, the Purusha avatars, as a Purusha avatar, Advaita Acharya, he invited the Lord Chaitanya to appear. Jagata Mangala, Advaita Mangala Gunadam, Mangala Charitra Sada, Mangala Yaranam, being a reservoir of all auspicious attributes. Sri Advaita Acharya is all auspicious for the world. His characteristics, activities, and name are always auspicious. So Advaita Acharya is an incarnation of Mahavishnu, Prabhupada writes. Since Lord Vishnu is the fountainhead of auspiciousness, anyone who is attracted by the devotional service of Lord Vishnu can render the greatest service to human society. So if we associate with the all auspicious Mangal, Lord Vishnu, we will also become auspicious. So those who are auspicious, they only can do actual some service to the human society. But the people with poor knowledge, they cannot take to the bhakti. So some such kind of people sometimes, Lord Vishnu is so Mangal, his favor and punishment both are also auspicious. Hatha Ari Gati Dayaka. So one of the quality of Lord Vishnu or Krishna is, out of 64 qualities given by Rupa Goswami, Hatha Ari Gati Dayaka. Hatha Ari means enemies. When he kills the enemies, Gati Dayaka, he gives them moksha. So his punishment is also auspicious. So in that way, Lord Vishnu is most auspicious, and Advaita Acharya is also Mangala, auspicious, because he is an Anga of Mahavishnu. Koti Amsha, Koti Shakti, Koti Avatar, Ketalaya, Swajay Purusha, Sakala Samsar. Mahavishnu creates the entire material world with millions of his pulse energies and incarnations. Maya yache dui amsha nimitta upadan. Maya nimitta hetu upadana pradhan. Purusa Ishvara yache vimurti haya. Vishwa Srushti kare nimitta upadana laya. Just as the external energy consists of two parts, the efficient cause nimitta and the material cause upadana. Maya being the efficient cause and pradhana the material cause, so Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Lord, assumes two forms to create the material world with the efficient and the material causes. So Lord Vishnu also have this nimitta and upadana. Advaita Acharya is the upadan. That means the material cause. So Prabhupada writes there, some say cosmic material world appeared from the void. So these are the Sunyavadis. Prabhupada Pranam Mantra Nirvishesha Sunyavadi. They argue that everything came from the nothing and it also merges into void only. This is also atheistic Sankhya philosophers also say the same thing. But Vedanta philosophers, they say that Lord is the creator of both material and spiritual worlds. Vedanta philosophers, they say that Lord Vishnu glanced upon the material world. That's why the whatever visible world appeared, that is we can see. And this world is filled with three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. The goodness causes happiness, whereas the rajoguna, the passion causes distress, whereas tamoguna, ignorance causes the illusion. So that is how Vedanta philosophers accept that Lord is the creator of both material and spiritual world. And it is the gunas that causes the various, like women. If someone accepts a beautiful woman as a wife, she causes the happiness. And if she becomes angry and rejects someone's offer, that person is in distress. And if she leaves, that causes illusion. So that is how the material world is there with the three modes. And the Prabhupada mentions this Sankhya philosophers' philosophy is like this. Some people say that the scorpions born from the rice. So rice is the cause of the scorpions. But actual truth is, previously the scorpion mother, she laid some eggs there. So now they are the small scorpions came out from those eggs. And when we open the rice, the scorpions are seen, and we feel that rice is the cause of the scorpions. Or sometimes bed bugs appear whenever some place is unclean. From there, suddenly bed bugs are born. We feel that maybe this bed is the source of bugs. No, that is that unclean situation created an opportunity for a soul to come and accept such kind of body there. So it is not the material, nothing came from the matter. Prabhupada mentions, spirit is the cause of the creation, not the matter. Just like some people say that cow is giving milk. What is the cause? Cause is the straw. So the cow is eating the straw, that's why it is giving milk. So Prabhupada mentions then the bull is also eating the straw. Why bull is not giving the milk? And even if we eat that straw, human female eats the straw, will she be able to give the milk? She will not be able to give. So it is a Maya Dakshina Prakriti. There is a superior arrangement behind this. That is how the milk is coming. So that is how it is mentioned there. That's why the Manusmriti tells Supreme Lord created the visible cosmic manifestation. How he created? Just like a spider. He don't need any external thing for creating a web. From its own mouth, it creates the whole web. It lives in that. And again, it takes all that web inside the mouth. That is how the spider winds up. Similarly, from the Lord came the whole material world. Again, after the destruction, it goes into him. Apane Purusha Visvera Nimitta Karan Advaita Rupe Upadana Narayan. The Lord Vishnu himself is the efficient cause. So Lord Vishnu is the Nimitta and Advaita Acharya is the Upadana Karan. material cause. Nimitta Upadana means if we see the making a pot. For making a pot, many ingredients are required. Mud pot, the wheel is required, water is required, mud is required. And the efficient cause means the potter man is required, who will bring all of them together and bring it into a particular shape. So that is the efficient cause. Material cause means creating the material ingredients required. यद्यपि सांख्य माने प्रधान कारण जड़ है ते कबो नहे जगत सृजन. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is telling the Sankhya philosopher tells Pradhana Karan. Everything came from Pradhan. Although Sankhya philosophers accept that the material ingredients are the cause, the creation of the world never arises from the dead matter. Jada haite kabu nahe jagata srujan. Jada, from dead matter, never the creation took place. निज सृष्टि शक्ति प्रभु संचारे प्रदाने ईश्वरेर सत्य तवे कयते निर्माणे. The Lord infuses the material ingredients with his own creative potency. Then by the power of the Lord, creation takes place. So actually it is the Lord is the one who is the creator. And that who is that Lord? Mahavishnu. And whose Anga is Advaita Acharya. Advaita रूपे करे शक्ति संचारण अतएव अद्वैता कयना मुख्य कारण. In the form of Advaita, he infuses the material ingredients with creative energy. Therefore, Advaita is the original cause of creation. Advaita Acharya Koti Brahmandera Karta Ara Eka Murti Brahmandera Bhatta. Sri Advaita Acharya is the creator of millions and millions of universes. And his expansions as Garbhodakshay Vishnu, he maintains each and every universe. So he has an Anga of Mahavishnu. Advaita Acharya is Anga of Mahavishnu, identical to Mahavishnu, and his expansions are the Garbhodakshay Vishnus. Say Narayanera Mukhya Anga Advaita Anga Shabde Amshakari Kahe Bhagavata. Sri Advaita is the principal limb Anga of Narayan. Mahavishnu is also called as Narayan. Srimad Bhagavatam speaks of limb as a plenary person of the Lord. Ishwarera Anga Amsha Chidanandamai Mayara Sambandha Nahi Yeswa Kekai. This verse describes that the limbs and plenary portions of the Lord all are spiritual. They have no relationship with the material energy. Both Amshas and Angas, there are two avatars of the Lord. One is Anga, another is Amsha. Both are spiritual and both of them have no relation with the material energy. Amshana kahiya kene kahatarayang Amsha haite Anga yate kaya antarang. Why has Sri Advaita been called a limb and not a part? So he is called as the Anga of Mahavishnu, but not Amsha of Mahavishnu. What is the reason? The reason is that limb, that is Anga, implies greater intimacy. Anga yate haya antaranga. So it is considered as more intimate. So Sri Advaita Acharya is not just Amsha of Mahavishnu, he is Anga of Mahavishnu. Greater intimacy there. Mahavishnura Amsha Advaita Gunadam Ishvare Abeda Teyi Advaita Purnanam. Sri Advaita, who is the reservoir of virtues, is the main limb of Mahavishnu. His full name is Advaita, for he is identical in all respects with that Lord. Purveyache Kaila Sarva Vishvera Srujan Avatari Kaila Yeve Bhakti Pravartan. So he has two services. One is creating the universes, which he did formerly. He descended now to fulfill his Acharya. Acharya means to introduce the path of Bhakti to each and everyone. Jiva Nistarila Krishna Bhakti Karidan Gita Bhagavata Kaila Bhakti Ramya. He delivered all living beings by offering the gift of Krishna Bhakti. He explained the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam in the light of devotional service. Advaita Acharya is an incarnation of Vishnu. Still, he manifested himself as the servitor of the Supreme Lord. He wants to teach the conditioned soul about bhakti. Acharya means teacher. The function of teacher is to make people Krishna conscious. The real qualification of an Acharya is that he presents himself as a servant of the Supreme. So, first qualification of Acharya is he don't consider himself as the God. He tells everyone, you are not God, you are the servant of God. Such a bona fide Acharya can never support the demonic activities of atheistic men who present themselves as God. It is the main business of an Acharya to defy such impostors posing as God before the innocent public. So sometimes demonic people who cheat others, they consider, they tell themselves as Lord. But an Acharya, he exposes such things and he actually teaches everyone they are the servant of. Sometimes some may not be demonic also, but because of not reading the scriptures regularly and not understanding, they also commit aparadhas. Here we can see one Swami who may be innocent also, but the followers and all who are not reading the scriptures, not understanding the position, they are keeping his feet on a Shivalinga and doing abhishek to his feet. Bhakti Upadesha Vinu Tarana hi Karya Atayeva Nama Haila Advaita Acharya. Since he has no other occupation than to teach devotional service, his name is Advaita Acharya. So he taught the devotional service. We can see how he is the leader of the Brahmana community at that time. So when to set an example, when he did that Shraddha ceremony for his forefathers, and the first Shraddha is given to the elevated Brahmana, who is considered, who is respected. But Advaita Acharya, he gave to Srila Haridas Thakur, who is born in a Muslim family. So, and teaching everyone, it is actually the, whatever Rupa Goswami tells, we should not see the low birth of a Vaishnava, we should not see the black complexion of a Vaishnava, we should not see the uh, handicapped nature or the disease of a Vaishnava. Never consider them Vaishnava. Don't see from them the Vaishnavas from a materialistic vision. So Advaita Acharya is teaching that by giving the first Shraddha Patra to Haridas Thakur. Vaishnavera Guru Teho Jagatera Tuye Nama Melane Gaila Advaita Acharya is the spiritual master of all devotees and is the most revered personality in the world. By a combination of the two names, his name is Advaita Acharya. Advaita means he is identical to the Lord, he is not different from the Lord. Acharya means he is the teacher of Bhakti. Kamala Nayane Rateho Yate Anga Amsha Kamalaksha Karidare Nama Avatamsha. Since he is a limb or part of the lotus right Supreme Lord, he is also bears the name Kamalaksha. Ishvara Sarokyapaya Parisadagana Chaturbuja Pitavasa Vijayanarayana. His associates have the same bodily features as the Lord. They all have four arms and are dressed in yellow garments like Narayan. Sarupya Advaita Acharya Ishwarera Amshavarya Taratatva Nama Guna Sakalaya Acharya. Sri Advaita Acharya, the principal limb of Supreme Lord, his truths, names, and attributes are all wonderful. Yahara Tulsi Jale, Yahara Humkare, Swagana Sahite, Chaitanyera Avatare. He worshipped Krishna with Tulsi leaves and water of the Ganges and called for him in a loud voice, Hunkar. The Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared on it. accompanied by his personal associates. Yara Dwara Kaila Prabhu, Kirtana Prachar, Yara Dwara Kaila Prabhu, Jagata Nistar. So through Advaita Acharya, Lord Chaitanya did the Kirtan Prachar and also he delivered the word. Acharya Gosaira, Guna Mahima Par, Jiva Kita Kotaya, Paiveka Tarapar. The glory and attributes of Advaita Acharya are unlimited. How can the insignificant living entities fathom them? Acharya Gosai, Chaitanya Ram, Mukhya Ganga, Arayeka Anga Tara, Prabhu Nityananda. Sri Advaita Acharya is a principal limb of Lord Chaitanya. Another limb of the Lord is Nityananda Prabhu. These are major limbs. But we can see most of the times Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu, in a humorous way and in a loving way, they criticize each other. So Advaita Acharya tells Nityananda Prabhu, you are Avadut, we don't know what caste you belong to. Like that. And Nityananda Prabhu also wrestles. One time they, after Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, he was traveling to Vrindavan, and Nityananda Prabhu misguides him to go to Yamuna river, saying that it is Ganga. Actually, Ganga river, saying that it is Yamuna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, thinking that it is Yamuna river, immediately jumps into Ganga and he takes bath. Then comes Advaita Acharya on a boat and says, welcome to Santipur. So at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is surprised. Is it not Yamuna? Nityananda Prabhu cheated me, like that he tells. Whatever it happens, it is not technically, he tells that it is Yamuna only, since it is in the west side. So now please come to my home. He takes them to the home and feeds them. So many varieties of prasad is made. By seeing them, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells, whoever made so many items for the pleasure of the Lord, they are glorious. Like that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells them, he feeds both of them. Nityananda Prabhu tells, what you made nothing. And he takes 2-3 morsels and he throws on the ground. That touches Advaita Acharya and he goes into ecstasy and he starts dancing. So in that way, Chaitanya, Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya, they are the major limbs and they have a special relationship. They they teach each other like that. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami tells, anyone who takes one side, they either take side of Nityananda Prabhu and tells Advaita Acharya is wrong, or they take side of Advaita Acharya and tells Nityananda Prabhu is wrong, they will go to hell. So we need to be very careful. Prabhura Upanga, Srivasadi Bhaktagan, Astamukha Netranga, Chakradi, Astrasama. So these two are major limbs of Lord Chaitanya. And there are many smaller limbs also, like Srivas Thakur. And some of them are hands, some of them are face, eyes, netra, some are his disc, and some other weapons like that. They are there. So by bringing all of them, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed the various pastimes. So since Advaita Acharya is the disciple of Madhavendra Puri, Lord Chaitanya always respected him as the spiritual master. That's why Advaita Acharya, he feels very unhappy. Then he starts speaking Yoga Vishishta philosophy to make somehow Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stop respecting him. So one time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes there and he clears this philosophy and he starts beating him. So at that time Sita Thakurani comes and tells his old man, please leave him. He is not he may die. So then Advaita Acharya starts laughing. Oh, every day you are respecting me. Where is your respect now? Like that. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he feels little ashamed. Oh, it is a all drama like that. So in that way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go down at Advaita Acharya's feet because he is his guru's god brother. But Advaita Acharya always considered Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as his master, and he served him like that only. So this Dasa Abhiman, Krishna Dasa Abhimane, Ye Ananda Sindhu, Koti Brahma Sukha Nahe Tara Eka Bindu. So this Avama Dasa Abhiman, the service, the servitude to Lord Krishna, it is more than the Brahmananda multiplied by Brahma Sukha, means merging in the Brahman multiplied by 40, 10 million times. Still it is the gives more happiness, the Dasa Abhiman, Ananda Sindhu. That's why he always tells Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu and I myself are always the servants of Lord Chaitanya. Narada, Brahma, Shiva, Sukha, Sanat Kumar, all are in this servitude, Das Abhiman. Srivas, Haridas, Ramadas, Gadadhar, Murari, Mukunda, Chandrasekhar, Vrakreshwar, etc. and all learned scholars. But the sentiment of servitude, the Das Abhiman, up to Lord Chaitanya makes them mad in ecstasy. So not only the Advaita Acharya, even the many of the, even in Krishna Leela, many of the, whatever the rasa they may be, they all have this Das Abhiman, whether it is Nanda Maharaj or the Krishna's friends. They don't know Krishna is the Supreme Lord. They climb on his shoulders, they do everything, but at the end they serve him, they massage his feet, etc. Even Srimati Radharani, Gopis, the queens of Dwarka, they all say that we are all made servants of Krishna. That Dasa Abhiman is always there. They say that Kalindi says, I was doing austerity. At that time, Krishna came along with his friend Arjuna and accepted me. Then Rukmini tells, I was about to be taken by Shishupal. At that time, Krishna came and accepted me. I am happy to be his maid servant. Like that, that Dasa Abhiman is there in each and every devotee. Actually, that's why our Advaita Acharya tells Chaitanya Radasa Muye, Chaitanya Radas, Chaitanya Radasa Muye Tara Dasera Das. I am servant of Lord Chaitanya, a servant of Lord Chaitanya, I am a servant of Lord Chaitanya, and a servant of his servants. Why he tells this? Because the service to Lord gives the position of being a devotee is higher than that of equality with Lord Krishna. For the devotees are dearer to Lord Krishna than his own self. Krishna Samya Nahe Tara Madhurya Swadan Bhakta Bhave Kare Tara Madhurya Charvan. The sweetness of Lord Krishna is not to be tasted by those who consider themselves equal to Krishna. It is to be tasted only through the sentiment of servitude. That's why even Lord Chaitanya himself appears in the in a devotee form. Krishna appeared like in a devotee form as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to taste this Madhurya Swadan, the what the devotee releases. Okay. Small, I went through very fast. I don't know whether you are able to hear or focus because it is very fast and reading the slokas. Let me see through small quiz whether you are able to. Is there any other name mentioned for Advaita Acharya in this particular chapter of CC Adilila, 6th chapter?
Is Mahavishnu, Sadashiva, Nada, Kamal.
Kamalaksha.
Kamalaksha, very good. Kamala, Lalitangi, Radha Mataji also mentioned Kamalaksha. Is Advaita Acharya an Amsha or Anga of Mahavishnu?
Anga Prabhu.
Anga.
Anga
Anga.
means more intimate. Is a limb of Mahavishnu. What is the meaning of Advaita?
He is the same
Not
as
same as Mahavishnu.
Mahavishnu. Not different.
Aveda, that is identical with the Lord Mahavishnu. Advaita Charya is the Nimitta Karan or Upadana Karan of the material world.
Upadana.
Yeah, Upadana is the material cause. Nimitta means efficient cause. That is Mahavishnu. And Upadana means material cause. That is Advaita Charya. Okay. This I think I did. It is already given. Answer is given here. Madhavendra Puri is the Guru. What are the 6 ingredients of the deity worship? We have seen 3 margas are there: deity worship, then Bhakti Marga, and what is the in between? The Gorvachan, that was there. Asana is there. One of them is asana in the deity worship.
Vastra.
Vastra is there. Cloth is there. Water is there. Water, cloth, asan, betel nut.
Pushpam.
Food grains, Prabhuji.
Ornaments.
Ornament, I don't remember. Food grains is there is. Water, asana, cloth, lamp, food grains, and betel nuts. Lamp we miss. And 6 items for invoking auspiciousness are cow dung, cow urine, yogurt, milk, ghee, and gorochanam. In the Bhajan Marg, these are Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. Okay. Stop here. Thank you all for your patience.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for the wonderful class, for nice glories of Advaita Acharya Prabhu. Thank you so much. With your permission, can I ask devotees if they have any relation or question they can ask Prabhu? Is it okay, Prabhu?
I also need to go another meeting today.
Oh, okay, Prabhu. Sure. Okay.
I don't think because it is only story.
Okay, Prabhu. Devotees are thanking you for the wonderful class and the wonderful quiz session also.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, very grateful to you.
Thank you so much,
Vancha
Prabhuji, for an enlightening class today. We are very grateful to you and look forward for your association again in the future. Dear devotees, let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Nantakoti Vaishnavaprinti ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Chaitanya Bhagavatam ki jai, His Srikanth Krishna Prabhuji ki jai. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.